Okay, I want to say something about the Amtrak train crash today. Well, train crash, derailment, whatever you want to call it. Okay, didn't take me long to figure it out. At first, when I first saw the report, it says, maybe you got some real news. I doubt it, but maybe you got some real news this time. Didn't take me very long to see that this ain't real news. This is deliberately done. This train was deliberate. And I don't think anybody died, neither. What do you want to bet? It was an empty train. What do you want to bet you're being lied to again? Because I know you are. I know you are. I have no doubts in my mind about it. That they're lying to everybody one more time. This is what they do best. This is what psychopaths do. This is what twisted, sick in the head people do. Okay? What can I say? And you can say, how can I say that? Simple. We have a person that comes up and says, I've never seen an Amtrak train on these tracks before. There's your first clue. You say, that's not a clue. Yes, it is. So you need to understand something. Amtrak has sets of lines, train tracks, lines that they're the only tracks they're ever on. That's right. They're especially for Amtrak. That's right. Amtrak has their own tracks. They're especially for Amtrak. Whoa, but this was a brand new, yes, it may have been a so-called brand new station, but don't matter. They still have their own tracks. So when you hear them say, I've never seen a passenger train on these tracks before. Of course you haven't. Okay? Then it's the first run for this train ever. And it just happens to be doing 81 miles an hour, huh? With the numbers. So there's your number thing again. Then, within 20 minutes of the so-called derailment, you've already got mainstream media on the phone with a survivor. That's right. Just that quick. Within 20 minutes of the derailment, mainstream media is already going live coverage with a person on the phone talking to mainstream media. That's right. MSN.com. That's right, MSN. It's covering this live, you know. And this person just happens to be on the phone with them 20 minutes after the derailment. Just that quick. To tell you their fake story. Because I'll tell you what, there's passengers running on this train, and this train really was moving that fast and derailed, and blah, blah, blah. 20 minutes after the derailment, well, let's see. It's going to take probably 10 minutes of that 20 just to get rescue crews to the scene. It's going to take the next 10 minutes, if not longer, just to be going through the train to pull people off. And to get them away from the train and to clear the area, to lock down the area. So 20 minutes after the derailment, I mean, come on, within that first 20 minutes, you got rescue workers and rescue crews flying to the scene. You have to lock down the area. You have to go on and look for people that are hurt and pull them off. So MSN just miraculously has a survivor on the telephone for a live interview 20 minutes after the derailment. That is all I needed to hear to know that there was nobody on that train, and this was deliberate. And reports of people dying, phony, fake. Nobody died. That's right. And the witness that was on the phone 20 minutes after, actor reading a script. That's right. That's what I have to say about your so-called train derailment. Because there's just no way, I don't care who you are, there's just no way you're going to tell me that 20 minutes after the derailment, so the derailment happens, and 20 minutes later, this miraculously survivor of the crash is on the phone with MSN doing a live interview, and you got live coverage going on. I'm sorry. Train rail derailment happens. You have time for, depending on how many miles away it is from the tracks where it happens at, to the nearest fire station, rescues, where rescuers are coming from, getting rescuers to the scene, getting on the train and securing the car that's over the bridge, dangling there, getting people and traffic on the road from under the bridge away from the bridge, getting people onto the train to get people off the train, and other people that would be off the train already after the derailment. You're not going to have live coverage with a witness on the phone with MSN in that amount of time, unless this was planned and rehearsed. That's the only way that's possible. What can I tell you? The clues are right in your face. That they're lying to you. I'm not saying the train didn't derail. I'm saying this was deliberate. That's why the train, the passenger train, wasn't on Amtrak tracks. How can I say that? Because you're not going to have somebody say, I've never seen a passenger train on these tracks before. I mean, that alone would throw up red flags because Amtrak has its own tracks. Your commercial trains that are hauling freight do not share the tracks with Amtrak. Amtrak has their own line, their own tracks. Don't take a rocket scientist to know that neither. So, that was, as I told you, that was your very first clue. And even if that part was a lie, it doesn't matter. Because I have MSN doing live coverage 20 minutes after with a witness who is supposedly on the train on the telephone with them. Sorry, you hurried and went too fast and told on yourselves. So this is another lie to the public. There was nobody on the train. Any deaths they're telling you happened didn't happen. It's as fake as the Las Vegas shooting. It's as fake as that school we're not allowed to talk about on YouTube. That's right. Just wanted to let you know, this is completely fake. No truth to it whatsoever. The only truth is the train probably did go off the tracks, but it was all deliberate. It was deliberately done. This is what happens when you allow such a psychopath to run you.